Hello mares, welcome back. This is Blocks. Today we're back in my playthrough city here, and as I promised at the end of last episode, I have moved my Omega zones entirely all the way over here to the corner by the mountain, next to the Neo Mall, because I think they fit better in this area now, because you've got this big structure in here that looks all futuristic and modern with all the rockets landing. Cool. See if I can show you that on the screen a bit better. There we go. It's pretty nice. You're going to get the little walkway, I guess, whiz up the tower there, zip out to the mall and grab whatever products there are. Let's have a look at those actually and see if there's anything we need. I don't think so, other than perhaps the beach item. We should check our upgrade things over here though. And just actually a quick tip while we're over here. I've noticed a lot of people getting quite frustrated with the Omega Zones areas, and kind of sometimes you can obviously get stuck, and it's difficult to kind of get past that point sometimes where you've got almost a full Omega storage, but you haven't got enough items to increase the capacity, and you can't kind of sell the items or move on. The way I found to kind of manage that is by having a couple of the Omega Zones on level 1 here, or level 2, and just cycling them until I can get rid of products I don't need. So right there you can see I've got, was it 10 or 11 of the hoverboards? I almost said snowboards then. that's the mountain area. I still need snowboards for my last mountain area actually. For the hoverboards there, and when you get one, it's this one. Oh, right. So we just use this up because we don't need it. It creates space in the mega storage for something else, and it kind of levels out our storage over time. It's not a great fix. It's kind of a workaround, I guess, for what seems to be a kind of an inherent problem perhaps with the system. Why can I not collect that? Was that 4? Oh, it must be city storage 4 items. I thought it was 3. Okay, well let's go ahead and some kind of fanfare here. Da 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 da! City storage. Well, actually, sorry, trade depot. This is. Let's clean this out, and then we will look at city storage, which is down here, before we head on to the week 3 venues. And 487 out of 490. But I have got enough items finally to upgrade to 500. This is going to clear out tons of space, so we're going to do that now. And I feel like you should get a better animation than that. The dust rises, and yes, you're at 500, and that's the maximum. Yeah, you just get that little cloud of dust. Oh well. Hopefully my fanfare was exciting enough for you. Okay, let's go back to the Omega Zones bit and collect that item. I don't want to risk it, but I'm surprised we haven't had a crash yet, actually. Normally by now, the game is really struggling. I imagine immediately I say that, or something will go wrong. Come on, 1, 2, 3, and it's slowing down. Oh, we have! And we're back in game, there we go. It seems to be running relatively smoothly again, or as smoothly as it can do on this old iPhone. Let's go ahead and move along our Omega Zones. I think I was just commenting about how it seemed to be running okay, and then it just died. Okay, so let's set another one of these going. But yeah, that sort of trick I was saying about the way you can kind of move your free up space, I guess is probably a better way of putting it. Free up space in your Omega storage by being a bit clever with your zones, and then choosing which ones to upgrade and stuff like that, because these big ones are obviously a lot more difficult to upgrade. But if I remove that one, I would then get a single requirement for the upgrade for the new Omega Zone. So let's actually just go ahead and do that. I'll do that on camera, as you can see. So you bulldoze this one, and then we bring out another Omega Zone, fresh new Omega Zone. Place it down. It'll have a requirement of 1 Omega item, which we can't do right now. We don't have any of those, but we've still got an excess of those hoverboards. So let's cycle this out, and then hopefully when it gets there, it'll be for something less. And for this one, you can see, well, right now I think it's the ultra wave oven in the middle there. I've got 5 of those, and I need those, so I can't do that one yet. So this actually might be worth cycling as well, because when it gets to this many requirements for the Omega building, you are invariably then stuck, trying to collect things you need to increase the capacity in either the Neo Bank or your Omega storage, and you also need them for the upgrading. So yeah, it can be a little bit fiddly, but there are ways around it, and I think with a little bit of sort of smart play, you can avoid the frustrations and just kind of play through the content. Let's see what else has changed in my city. So yeah, I moved, not only did I move the... Oh, let's collect all these, this might be causing lag actually. Quite often I find if I've got lots of things floating around above factories, I get lots of lag. Let's collect all these textiles, come on. Let's go down to the bottom. Here. There we go. Right, so yeah, I moved all my factories as well, and put them basically as far as I can down towards this corner for now, because they're away from the residential buildings and they're not affecting other stuff in the city. And I've cleared out this area. This was where the Omega zone used to be as well, all along here. And this won't be the final home for the factories. I'm not sure exactly where I want to put them, but I don't want them by the beach. I think I might have something like a deluxe sewage treatment plant kind of area down here, and perhaps some recycling. Because sometimes I know they kind of use fresh water to, or seawater and things to kind of process water and stuff like that, so that might be quite an interesting thing. But then I think the factories will probably go maybe down this end of the city, out of the way over here somewhere, where I've got all these residential buildings stored for now. Well, let's collect the rest of these things on my commercial buildings as well. While we're over here, and then what we'll do is we'll take a look at the Week 3 sports venues. You can see the message on the left-hand side there bouncing around with the little 1 on it, the little badge. That's for the Week 3 sports venues. And if you haven't seen my sneak peek video already, a couple of days ago, I released the information about those, and we covered that in my weekly live stream on Tuesday. So, oh, we've crashed again. Okay, we're back again, Mares, and while we're waiting for the game to load, I thought I'd point out the art here on the screen. I don't know if you're getting this in-game as well. It's not the expected art. Let's just tweak the volume and go down to 1, there we go. Yeah, for some reason it goes a bit loud when I reboot the game. But yeah, the art on the screen there, and I think we pointed out on the live stream last week that it's not the art that's actually showing on the SimCity BuildIt Facebook and Twitter accounts and stuff. You don't see the paragliders on the one we've actually got in game. Well, certainly not on the version I'm running here. I don't know if the Android one's different, but I think they're the same. So yeah, the iOS one here doesn't seem to have it in for some reason. Oh, we've got to collect all these again. Okay, let's do that quickly. Hopefully we won't have a crash. This will be the last segment of the video. We will look at the sports venues, and then we'll finish up. Because there's quite a few of those I want to grab, and in particular the baseball stadium this week I think looks really good and pairs really well with the baseball parks that arrived in, I think they were week 1 of the sports venues, the summer sports content. While we're down here actually, let's see how I'm doing on mountain stuff. I've been doing really well on this, and yeah, I just need to get another, what's that, 6, 7, 8 the snowboards, and I'll be able to expand my mountain area. Not doing so well on the beach area. I've found a lot less of those. Yeah, 5, 10, 6 out of 22, so quite a long way to go on those ones. But yeah, let's go ahead and look at the Week 3 sports venues then. If you haven't seen these already, you'll get this message in game today, because hopefully I'll be able to upload this later on. I've got a morning off, so I'm grabbing a quick hour to record and then do a bit of editing and rendering stuff later on. So yeah, get in on the summer of sports action. Don't miss out on even more collectible sports venues like the golf course Front 9, which is my absolute favourite of this week. Really cool. Bicycle Motocross Centre and football and baseball stadiums. Don't forget to strategically place your buildings for maximum population boost, etc, etc. Yeah, cool. Okay, so there we go. The message is going to disappear really slowly. Look at it bouncing. Did that last time. And then this icon here on the left, the baseball and American football there are supposed to move up, but it doesn't seem to ever do it on my device. I don't know if that's a bug or just my device being old and not very good. Anyway, let's go to the parks menu. Oh, come on, don't crash again. Oh, it's struggling. It's really struggling. Okay, so here we go. Golf course Front 9, and this is a sneak peek for next week, really. The golf course is so grand it's built in 2 parts. These are the first 9 holes, so we now know that this one over here, the hidden building unlocks in 6 days, is the golf course back 9. So it'll pair really well with the golf course front 9. And I'll be revealing all the details of the golf course back 9 on my live stream for the first time anywhere next Tuesday. So tune in to that if you want to. It's 9 PM UK time. You can see I've bought a bunch of the baseball parks and swimming pools because they were just simoleons, and stored them because I might use them one day. And I had some excess simoleons. I actually made it over 2 million this week. They just seem to be accumulating now. So I should probably spend some more and get lots of these parks stored for the future. But I do want to grab the golf course front line. It's quite large, so let's find a place to put it. Just temporarily at least anyway. We could probably do it in here, yeah. Drag it out. Oh, the game's so slow. I'm really concerned we're going to get another crash. I thought we were going to just limit it to 2 this episode. It might end up being more. Come on, was it going to fit in here? It ought to fit in here, shouldn't it? Something I've noticed actually about the parks and other buildings in this update, they don't seem to be snapping to the roads quite as they used to for me. Sometimes they act a bit strangely, and I wondered if like the way they do that has changed slightly. It might be something I'm sitting in because I'm just sitting? No. It might be something oh, it has crashed. Right, we're back again. Fingers crossed the device holds up this time. We've actually had another 2 crashes since I recorded the last segment. I managed to get about 20 seconds and then 30 seconds. Opened up the parks menu to show you something to go with the baseball stadium, and it immediately crashed both times. So I'm not going to do that this time. This is the baseball stadium, and one of the things I really like about it is you can pair it with the little baseball parks and almost have them nearby as if they're like a training area for the main stadium, in the same way you can kind of do with the beach volleyball centre and the volleyball court on the beach. So I think that's a nice little building tip if you want one like that. What else have we got? We have the football stadium and we have the bicycle motocross centre. That's here. 12 golden keys to the bicycle motocross centre. Not my favourite from this week, but it does look quite cool. We've got some little BMX riders going over the moguls and the little stands around the left and right. There you can see them, and the Sims kind of watching on, which I think is pretty good. Not entirely sure what the sort of boardwalk down the far left-hand side of the motocross centre as we look at it now is for, because there doesn't seem to be any way for the public or Sims or whatever, or the pedestrians to kind of access it, unless you can maybe get underneath that sort of blue-topped viewing gallery, and you could kind of walk onto there, and maybe it's some kind of viewing platform. It just seems a bit odd, and you've got these lights on there for some reason. But anyway, so that's the bicycle motocross centre. And again, if you want more information on these, go back and look at my sneak peek video. That's got all the information, and I show you them in a bit more detail. And then finally, we have the football stadium, which is the most expensive venue from the entire set. Comes in at 550 sim cash. It does look really cool though, and you get a boost of 60%, which is a huge boost across a 24 by 24 area. Like I said, if you want to see details on that, go check out my week 3 sneak peeks video, and that'll give you all the information. So I think that's brought you up to date with my city. I know that all these red things here, the different coverages and service coverage and stuff like that, are really annoying some people, and they want me to kind of clean that up. But we are working on it. We are getting there bit by bit. I probably didn't time the bulldozing of the stuff I bulldozed. Okay, yet another crash. I've lost count of how many that is this episode now. Sorry about this. There's not much I can do without replacing the hardware, and I can't afford to replace the hardware right now. So we are stuck with this situation until the game either improves or the phone gets better at doing what it's supposed to do. I don't even know. But yeah, I was talking about bulldozing, so we are getting there bit by bit. I don't think I timed the bulldozing of my city particularly well, and I should have planned ahead a little more, which normally I do quite well, but obviously on this occasion I did not do that. If you want to see that big bulldozing, you can actually go back in the Blocks Plays Build It playlist on my channel and see kind of what I was doing and what I was thinking then, and kind of how I want to reorganise the city. And I do think it's getting there now with the Omega Zone up here, and the other bits and bobs. But the phone is lagging, so I think I'm not going to risk any more time. I'm going to say goodbye. Have a great rest of your week, mares. I hope you really enjoy the Summer Sports Week 3 content this week. Let me know what venue you're buying in the comments below, and I will see you soon for another tips, tricks, sneak peeks, Blocks Plays Build It, some kind of episode, and hopefully there won't be quite as many crashes. Take it easy. I'll see you soon.